Greetings, everyone. This is Tiffany Martinez. This is going to be a super short live video, like really short. I came out to the garage so I could get my stuff out of the dryer. And then I'm just sitting in a car. Uh, my husband, Henry, he died on November 30th, 2021. And this side of the garage is where he always parked. And I always parked over there. See my bug. And I would always park there. And I just turned the car on just for a little bit. So, it'll be 5 years that he's been gone. And this is probably the toughest thing that I've ever had to face in this simulation. And for years I had so much trouble, like, not just leaving my home, but whenever I would get back, I would have greetings. No, I'm not at Wendy's. I'm sitting in my garage. I just turned the car back on so there will be some light. And I was just speaking on my husband. He passed away, so and it's going to be 5 years in November. And so this is where he normally would park, on this side of the garage. As I showed before, I will park right there. That's my bug. I have a Volkswagen Beetle, and this is the most toughest thing that I have ever had to face. When my dad died, my husband was there. My husband was there for everything. When I say everything, it didn't matter if it was bad, good, ugly, horrific. He was always there. And it's hard. It's hard because, my mom died too. And she died a year after him in November, just like him. And there's times that I try to speak with them in spirit, and it's difficult because you just want to tell your mom, how much you miss your husband. And you can't because she's not here in the physical. And you would think that, like, 5 years later, you will be okay. You wouldn't be hyperventilating in your car after 5 years. I just want the emotional pain to just stop. Like, just stop. I've made countless videos stating that I've been in physical pain for since I was 12. And now I am in not only physical pain, now I'm in emotional pain. It's not like this every day, but today it's just hitting me like hard. Gratitude, I appreciate that. As it was my absolute best friend. And sometimes he was my only friend. He never judged me from the first day we met. He never judged me. Never did. He never thought I was weird. None of that. He would just listen, and that's it. And then when I was done talking, he would give me a hug. He would hold me if that's what I needed. And everybody keeps telling me, you know, Tiff, you gotta go out. You gotta go meet somebody. You gotta find somebody. And I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. 21 years with the same person that always treated you well, that did everything that person said if Henry said he was going to do it, he did it. I just don't believe that that kindness, that gentleness is available twice in the same lifetime. I just don't believe that. I never had trust issues with my husband. We met in the summer of 2001. I lived on the East Coast. I lived in Lancaster. And I flew across the country to meet him. Not the same year, of course. It was like a year, like a whole entire year. I flew out to make sure I wasn't being catfished, you know. And I flew out here and I didn't want to let go. I didn't want to let go. But I had to because I had to go back to go get my things. So I never had trust issues. Like, we shared the same hotel room, we slept together. There was no trust to just lay my head down beside him. Like, there was nothing to fear. And if I have to worry about inviting you into my home and I have to be cautious of who I'm laying down with, that's foreign to me. It's very new. And I didn't have that problem with my husband. And so it's scary at times, and it's scary, you know, going through different health issues by myself. I had 6 surgeries, and my husband was there for every single one of them. He took me, he brought me home. If I had to spend the night, he was there before it was time to discharge. And I don't have that anymore. Like, that's the only thing that I'm lacking in my life is him. That's it. That's all that I'm missing. And my mom isn't here. The last time I saw my mother, it was March 2019. And I said, I'll be back. I'll come see you again. Or you can come out here to see us. And my mother died before I even got a chance to go back to hang out with her. My husband's family, he, or not he, they ghosted me the moment I had to take him off life support. They didn't come over. to our home. They didn't come. They just ghosted me. Like, what was I supposed to do? I'm doing what my husband asked me to do. The same thing if the tables were turned, I would have wanted the same thing for myself, for my husband to do that. I had to take him off life support. I had to go through every step by myself. I didn't have a single person here with me. No one. So a lot of people think I'm very hard, that sometimes I can be rude. It's like, I don't think so. I think I'm truthful. You know, if we had the ability to raise the dead, I would sign up for that. I would sign up for that. So, although this video is live, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it on my channel because I've been trying to just post positive messages, messages of encouragement to anyone that takes the time to see my videos, and I've been trying to avoid these gloomy Sunday type videos. So, anyways, I hope you guys are doing amazing, and I do appreciate the comments. And I don't know how to say something positive at this time. Like I said, this is the hardest thing I've ever had to go through, and having to go through it by myself is more than tough. You know, I'm still standing, so that's something. I always thought my husband and I would grow old together. Like, we would hit every milestone that was meant to be together. And I feel like I'm looking back, and he's 5 years back. You know, I guess that's what I'll say. When you decide to get married to someone, it comes with a lot of baggage, including becoming a widow one day. And I didn't choose to be a widow. It's just what happened. I chose to be a wife, not a widow. So, anyways, as I said, when you marry your best friend, your entire soul is going to rip out. Is going to rip out. If they transition before you, your entire soul is going to rip out of your vessel. Whatever day that person transitions is the same day you're going to transition. And if you're still meant to be here, like I am, you I wouldn't say you're going to walk the journey alone, because your ancestors are going to be with you, your spouse is going to be with you spiritually. I mean, he should be sitting over here. Instead, you know, he is not. Well, let me get inside.